Hello, and welcome to Studio 415.
On today's show, we'll check out what's happening with the Mock Trial Club and get a look at what's going on with robotics.
We'll also discuss the beginning of the season for softball as well as girls tennis.
All that and more coming up next.
I wanted any piece of evidence, I could bring that in and I could create this puzzle.
There's what's called the Robo-Rio, which is what we call the brains of the robot.
Get that bond and that chemistry, because that's so important too throughout the seasons.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Ethan Ratliff.
And I'm Elijah Bush. Have you ever wanted to be an attorney or to know what it is like to be in a courtroom?
The Mock Trial Club offers that opportunity and more.
Mock trials have been a staple in American schools since 1984. Beginning in Des Moines, Iowa, then spreading to the rest of the country, the extracurricular has become fairly common. At Carroll, Miss Wisda runs the Mock Trial Club in room 218, giving space for students to discuss and plan for their appointed case. The club was started just last year by Antonio Uncheslu, who had previously participated in mock trial at camp and wanted to bring the experience to Carroll High School.
I liked the idea that I could make this puzzle out of whatever information was given to me, and the puzzle was always changing. I could make it whatever I wanted. I could use whatever puzzle piece I wanted, any piece of evidence. I could bring that in and I could create this puzzle as an argument, and I thought that was fascinating. I loved it. That's why I began doing the mock trial in the first place.
The team spends lots of time researching and running practice trials to prepare for the final tournament, where they face off against other schools in a competition to make the best argument. The competition is overseen by judges who are often real attorneys with years of legal experience. Using their expertise and knowledge of law, they assign points to the teams for each piece of evidence and reasoning provided. On February 22nd, the Mock Trial Club traveled to John Adams High School in South Bend and competed in 3 different trials, switching between prosecutors or defenders and presenting their argument. A witness assumes the role of their character and provides their testimony, providing evidence and context for the case. Every person on the team has a role. They work together to make the best case they can. The mock trial team isn't exclusive to only people who want to pursue law as a career, with many different people joining for different reasons and getting new skills out of it. The Indiana Bar Foundation says that mock trial helps students grow both academically and personally, building important creative and critical thinking skills. Junior student Zarab Habib enjoys the club despite having no prior experience.
It's helped me become a lot more confident as a speaker. It's something that I was completely unaware about before getting into it, so just having something new, a new experience like that has really been enriching to me.
If you'd like to join mock trial, sign up. Next year is right around the corner. For Studio 415, I'm Mia Hostrider.
On March 2nd, Carroll's very own robotics team placed first in a competition at Penn High School, bringing home their first FRC trophy.
Studio 415 reporter Brody Hines met with the team to learn more and to highlight the changes being made for the next competition.
The Carroll robotics team is currently hard at work trying to modify their robot they themselves built. Competitions function where teams are paired up into alliances and they go against a second alliance. As it gets deeper into the competition, the top 8 teams get to choose who they want to join their team. After some elimination processes, the final match is won with best out of 3. The robots can score points via a variety of different ways. They can place a PVC pipe, referred to as coral, in a specific place, or they can move green kickballs, referred to as algae, into specific scoring zones. When they're not competing, they're modifying their robot to be better for next time. Assistant coach Matt Arnold explains all of the different aspects of the robot that they have to keep track of.
They use a lot of different types of mechanics. There's a lot of electronics involved. We have a power hub that's built into it. There's what's called the Robo-Rio, which is what we call the brains of the robot. That's where all the code and the programming is stored. All of our autonomous programming is in there. Then we also have that communicating through a radio that's built onto the robot. So there's a lot of electronics involved.
The Carroll team's first competition was very successful because they had a very good autonomous program that was consistent in scoring points. They also played very good defense, thanks to Henry Rose, the lead driver. In fact, the team hopes to add weight to the robots to play better defense the next time. Rose explains why he loves the robotics team.
It's a lot of fun. You can get lots of scholarships through FIRST, and we're really looking for new people for next year, especially engineering students.
The team isn't intimidated by other teams since they're in the sweet first place. Now they want to show other teams their skills, which is contributed by Niang Meng, who goes around the pits to other teams to communicate strategy in the hopes of building alliances. She expresses how valuable she truly is.
I'll say my role is quite important. It does require, I am the one responsible in terms of having to talk to the actual judges as well when they come around our pits. So being able to have good speaking skills is an essential to my role, but also being able to answer and respond into like quick scenarios where like something goes wrong and being able to figure out like what we can do to fix it.
The robotics team is working hard to prepare for the next competition. If you'd like to go out and watch, the team posts locations and times on Parent Square. For Studio 415, I'm Brody Hines.
This year's softball season has officially kicked off. Varsity had a great season last year with a 20-6 record.
Studio 415 reporter Ethan Ratliff takes a look at what this softball season has in store.
The Carroll softball program began around 20 years ago, but has since evolved and developed into what it is today. Every season, these dedicated athletes work hard nearly every day before and during the season to prepare for upcoming games. These practices have been going on from 4 to 6 for a while now, involving multiple different throwing, catching, and hitting drills with different groups to ensure the team sharpens a variety of skills. Assistant varsity coach Ali Pannebecker describes what the preseason looks like for the team.
Preseason, it is a lot of getting reps in. We try to get as much live situations that we can to make it game-like, so that when the first game comes, we are ready. We've seen live, we've experienced, especially live hitting, and that is something that's really key to our preseason preparation. Another thing that we try to do is we try to get the girls to get to know each other, get that bond and that chemistry, because that's so important too throughout the season. So we try to really gain that with them.
Team chemistry is as important to this softball team as it is to any sports team. Catcher Lauren Kirkpatrick recounts a fun experience she had with her team that helped her develop their bond.
So our bus ride, we had our whole wheel fell off on our way home, and so we were stuck on the side of the road, and just like the team bonding we had on that bus was we were playing music and we were just having a good time while in kind of a tragedy.
But it's not just the connection the team has that they value, but the experience as well. The team works hard to create a refreshing and welcoming environment for new athletes, as well as returning athletes from previous seasons.
It's so amazing, and the environment is amazing, and the coaches too.
The softball team is their first home game tonight against Whitco, so be sure to show some support. For Studio 415, I'm Ethan Ratliff. Every other Friday evening, a group of students from our school gathers to run a youth night with the support of a few dedicated adults. These students have been leading their youth night since August of 2024.
Beyond the events themselves, it's the students' passion and dedication that makes these nights so meaningful. Studio 415's Solomon Thang caught up with a few of the musicians and leaders behind the scenes.
What started as a simple gathering has grown into a consistent event that gives students a chance to worship, build friendships, and develop their musical talents. For Moses Maying, a student at Carroll Middle, Youth Night is more than just about music. It's about serving for a greater purpose. Despite only playing for 2 years, he's already become a regular behind the kit. Along with sharing his musical skills, Moses says Youth Night offers something for everyone, whether you're there for worship, the friendships, or simply the fun.
I think people should come to Youth Night because it's very fun. You can get new friends there, and you can have a time with God there, and get closer.
It's not just about the music. For many, Youth Night is a chance to build friendships and grow spiritually. Mung Kim, an acoustic guitarist, says he was inspired to play for the church as a way to strengthen his own faith.
What made me decide to play for the church is like someone told me is to get closer to God, and you're not just playing for the church, you're playing for God.
For Carroll High School sophomore Mary Ngai, Youth Night is an opportunity to not only worship, but to lead others in doing the same.
My favorite part is just working and serving God and just being up there and just feeling His presence and knowing that I can help other people feel the presence of the Holy Spirit.
Mary says the impact of Youth Night goes beyond just the music. It offers students a much-needed break from the stresses of school and everyday life.
People should come to Youth Night because it's a good time to spend time with God after a whole week of school and stress, and just not with God, but you can also spend time with friends and just get closer to other people that you're not really close to.
Whether you're interested in making music, spending time with friends, or simply growing your faith, Youth Night has something for everyone. If you're interested, feel free to reach out. From Studio 415, I'm Solomon Thang.
The girls' tennis season is officially underway here at CHS.
Studio 415 reporter Elijah Bush covers what this means for the athletes and coaches, as well as how they train and improve.
Last season, the girls' tennis team made it all the way to state. This season, they hope to beat their last season's record and win state. They can do this through improvement and dedication. They improve themselves through practice matches, coaching, teamwork, and overall competition, which allows them to play increasingly better.
I'm a firm believer in competing. I mean, we can go out and we can hit forehands and we can hit backhands, but to just hit them and not compete, to me, doesn't get the full potential and doesn't get what we want out of the kids.
Kyle Stoffel believes competition is a crucial aspect of the game, even encouraging its players to compete outside of Carroll tournaments to improve their game. Another reason they are able to improve themselves is encouragement and teamwork. Girls tennis has an overall friendly atmosphere for they have all the same goal of improvement. Tennis also improves life skills outside the sport, such as communication, bonding, toughness, and much more.
I think for Carroll, just like having your team support you and cheer you on when you're at your high moments and your low moments.
I feel like it has taught me a lot about like work ethic and also just being a good teammate, learning how to cheer people on well, and the mental toughness that comes with it for sure.
Support can even come from outside of the team through the spectators. You can come to regular season matches for free. This is another way the players can find great encouragement, as support is always a great way to help back the players while watching their enjoyable and entertaining matches.
If nothing else, just to do something different. I mean, everybody goes to basketball and football games, so come support your fellow student athletes with something different and see what it's about. And you know, if it's a nice day, come get a little bit of sun while you're doing it, and maybe that's something you would do more often then if you gave it a chance.
If you want to show support to the girls' tennis team, their first match is here tonight at 5 p.m. We wish them luck. And for Studio 415, I'm Elijah Bush.
As a reminder, many events during the spring season can be postponed or canceled due to weather. Make sure you check out the Carroll Event Link website for the most up-to-date information.
Before we end our show today, we want to say congratulations to the varsity Winter Guard.
Over break, the Winter Guard placed in the World Champion Finals for the first time in school history. They finished 16th out of 130 teams.
That's all we have for today. Be sure to subscribe to our new YouTube channel at Carroll Studio 415.
Have a great rest of the week, Chargers.